All right, here we go, aka Patters. I think we got some of the lighting situation appropriate. I'm a little happy with this lighting situation. Welcome to the complete horror story and mess of my drawing table. I had Street Fighter 2, my favorite fighting game of all time. Now, I know on the channel I've said Mortal Kombat 3. Mortal Kombat 3 is like the greatest story, probably character selection, story mode, just the way how, like, as a complete package. But as a, like, just individual characters, fighting mechanics, music, graphic design, character design, it's Street Fighter 2. Playability, I like Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, the new challengers, Turbo. Peter A. DeLuca here, though, everyone. Another known as Peter Anthony DeLuca, a.k.a. Pad. What do we have here? I was just reading. I'm still trying to figure out. I need time to be able to sit down and go through Top Cow Tuesday and just, like, not redo it, but I need to design a couple episodes just around this, because we get Opposing Forces 1 and 2, and then we shoot to Cyberforce 25. And there's about 10 months worth of issues and content that I have to explain. I thought about doing it, all of it, the end of Cyberforce and the end of Codename Strike Force as like one big bundle, and then do maybe like a final year of Cyberforce. So like 2 or 3 episodes. But then I back it off and I'm like, no, I should, like, this would be one episode, the final issues of this. There's maybe like 3 storylines for Cyberforce going into 25. And then we have Opposing Forces that ends Strike Force. And then it's all like October 95 here. Witchblade launches. We have Ripclaw going into his monthly. And then let me just show you Misery here. So they're, again, one of, not the launch character, but one of the focal points in early Top Cow is this character Misery. We have Brandon Peterson coming on. Brandon Peterson always drew amazing hair. He later did amazing hair at CrossGen for Mystic. So I don't know, aka my programming for and my producing for Top Cow Tuesday and Wildstorm Wednesday. But this is such a fun read. So I might do a run of just pre-recording, and we'll take it from there. These right here are my cardboard piece of circles for Turtle Soup Thursday. This is Ray Fillet from Mutant Mayhem, which I'll be reviewing for the podcast. I left some space here for the reflection. Wild design like this one. But yeah, this is the African-American Baxter Stockman, or the first appearance. Baxter Stockman, Virus, Armageddon from the video game Tournament Fighters. Some of these characters should we know. This is the villain from Street Sharks. I'm going to be doing the run of finishing these up as well, between all of social media. And then I have these little ones. So I was going to do some minis. I thought, and I had a square one, so I got to do one for SpongeBob. So it's like SpongeBob and Patrick. The circumference of this circle it's a smaller diameter than my other ones. But then these ones, Biting Bulldog, I forget what original Playmates that he came with. Biting Bulldog. Oh, Mountie the Moose. Oh, no. This is the Beaver. This came with Mountie the Moose. I don't know. Oh, Biting Bulldog came with, might have been Raphael Wrestler or so. But anyway, so I was saving these for the mini characters, but I might just do Bucky O'Hare. I got Bucky O'Hare Bruiser. He's the big red dude, and Toad, the Toad Marshal. So we got some of those. These I'm going to work on while things are drying because I got a lot of wetness coming in the Street Fighter sketchbook, and the management of that, the back and forth, slows me down from time to time. Microns, the microns I have in use always get a blue tip, so I can keep track of them. AK powders, just keep in mind, I will do my very best to narrate, keep things somewhat orderly here. So before the year's out, I'm doing a run of artwork that I owe people, and this one goes way back, but this is going to be a Darth Maul, but it is a red, white, and blue Darth Maul. So, we can see, like, I put some of the stars. He's just going to be this USA American themed. I want to live stream this and tag the dude that this is for. Old neighbor of mine that goes back a long time. All right, and then, sorry everyone, checking messages. We're going to start today with Vega. If you're not familiar with Vega, I have one cool. I just get excited sometimes. But right here, so like this is him. This is the sketchbook. You kind of center it a little bit. T-Hawk, one of my favorites to play with. This is supposed to be Fei Long, and I don't know what I I messed up Fei Long. Balrog, I was working on Balrog earlier. Like over here, he's got the Vegas strip, the Dancer Girls. So some of like the left side is like background and video game like ish related. I don't know. Zangief here, or Zangief. I always say Zangief. This is DJ. So here I have to, like, I wanted to paint the Jamaican flag. Blanca, but all this is going to be dark. Dalzine in progress. We have E Honda in progress. This is Ken Masters. I broke protocol. He's without his shirt, but we can kind of maybe touch on some of this right now. I did want to do some work before kind of falling into the pit of going back and forth while things are drying. Now, I don't know how long I'm going for. Again, I know I often say that, but I still have to work out. If I go work out, I'm going to do my very best to come back. And you know what? I don't have my coffee or anything. Perfect. All right, let me just look up Ken Masters real quick. Even though it's pretty, I mean, I'll look him up just to show him off, but just to get a quick reminder. So I got him without his top. I don't know why. I just wanted him shirtless. And some of this is very similar to what my ideas were for my recent Avengers sketchbook, which was kind of fast and loose, but I just wanted it to appear like it was like worked on. And some of these like ink effects, I don't know who the designer was. I don't know what game. Might have been like Street Fighter 6 or 7. But one of them had like a lot of the artwork for the characters just had these like blotchy smear blacks. And I think it was like a part of the animation for the game as well. Just in my opinion, like well executed, wild looking stuff. Like 1,000%. We're not trying to stay in the lines when we color here. We're just more or less like drawing emotion. We're just trying to draw like feelings and like fever. That's it. We're trying to draw fever. Yeah, I often don't like to erase. I like the lead of the pencil to kind of just like almost like finish off some of the shading and let things happen like very naturally. Yeah. For some, yeah. Oh no, Hale. Hey, how was everything with how did everything wrap up the other day with our boy Rex? I hung around for as long as I could, but it's tough. Some believe it or not, sometimes I'm not even home. Yeah, I'll just have like who's ever streaming. I'll check it out on my phone because I might be in like a server room, like this and that. But still, I do my best. I gotta fix like this hand here. It just looks a little big. I loved when they introduced the fire feature for Ken. I just thought it fit the character so well, and it was just like cool. It was like just different enough, and I love just the play, like the difference between just character-wise him and Ryu, to where like I know Ryu needs to win like every single fight, but. It's just cool that they can kind of go toe. They can kind of get match off for a little bit, and he's just like a silver spoon, rich boy. Like really cool character stuff. Omer too. Alien Romulus is now on Hulu, aka Disney Plus, in case you needed some stream recommendations. It's such a good movie. I really, really got like I'm just into that flick so much. Yeah, for some fever. Yeah, they are, aren't they? They are awesome. This is Ken Masters. We're working on Street Fighters. E Honda, Dalzim, Blanca, DJ. I love the new challengers. I played DJ a lot. I played T Hawk a lot. I played Cammy a lot. Zangief. I used to always say Zangief. Balrog. This is supposed to be Fei Long. I have to just redo this part. Vega's who's supposed to be the focus tonight. Yeah, T-Hawk. Sagat, and then Akuma. Akuma's next. Now, I have Bison earlier. Oh, yeah, we have Guile here. Cammy's right here. And then Chun Li. And I'm not digging this at all. I gotta redo this one. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking, obviously. And then for the title page, for the Inktober title page, it's going to be Rio. So it's going to be 1 and 2. The title page, or the theme page, it's going to be M. Bison 1, 2. And then the insert arts for front and back will be backgrounds. We're doing Chun-Li's background. That was one of my favorites. I haven't decided who to do next for the next background. But yeah, just making progress. Just trying to, and I'm going back and forth between Micron and brush tip. But yeah, I'm just trying to get a little bit of progress on this. But it's a sketchbook that is somewhat slow because I'm using a lot of acrylics all of a sudden. And the acrylics take time to dry. This is a frustrating part, just with this sketchbook having a little bit of a spine. It's like you kind of want to complete the figure, but you cannot. There we go. So like some of it too, it's like here, like we're trying to bring it out just a little bit more. And I don't know who the designer was. I might have been Street Fighter 6. That's kind of like who I'm emulating a little bit here. But my friend growing up, there was a pizza shop. And we literally were, and it's not like we were, I don't think we were dorks. We were kind of like just kids in school that played video games. And we would just go to this pizza shop after school and play this game, just like really, like as much as possible. Like running out of quarters, like all of that stuff, And one of the kids I grew up with, we still talk about it. Like he got so good with Ken, and another one of our friends got really good with Ryu. And when they would play, you would just see how well both characters are just designed, and just the features built into to counter, and Street Fighter. New Challengers Turbo, you could just do stuff. You really could, and you could kind of break a hold, block a hold, have a counter, like all of that stuff. Yeah, and I don't know what all the fighting terminology is, but it's because there's people that track all that stuff. I know that. I know there's a lot of accounts now they will tell you like every little feature that came in and what it meant to the series, like overall, like really nice. Just the documentation on a lot of this stuff is just incredible at this point. And I'm looking for my skin tone. Where's my skin tone? Yeah, Street Fighter Ken. Yeah, Hadouken. Yeah. Yeah, it's. I love the beginning of Romulus, though. Just that whole mining colony and just the desperation of that world. Like it is, like really cool stuff. But I don't understand people that kind of came in heavy against it, like really, like shit on it. I don't know. Again, too, like it's a little bit of evidence, to where that's why I do the film buff stuff, and that's growing too, which is great because I think we need. Like we need some fair film talk and just general conversation. And I don't know if we get much of it, but to me, Alien Romulus is just that movie is a complete work. I know a lot of people didn't like the we'll call him like the final boss. I don't know. I just thought it was all wild and like just like perfectly odd. Sorry, I'm looking for my skin tone marker right here because I need to. Oh, is that a darker one? That's a darker one. Not the one I wanted to pick up. But it's all right. We'll just add some quick pops here. Nope. So I don't know what is that the same color? It might be. But I wanted the darker brown real quick. Here we go. It's always, I know it's always a opinion of who, right? Like who's the focal character in Street Fighter. And I know a lot of people think it's like they say it's Guile's the, and there's videos on like all these examples to why it's Guile. It's cool stuff. I love those arguments and just what those discussions mean to like a franchise. But I always thought it would be nice if they did Ken as a focus because he's like he's a little bit like a Bruce Wayne. Like he's got means, so he could like travel around and go places and do stuff. Let me see here. Where is my Omar? I'm just going to get right to some of those messages. Give me 1 second, bud. So we got Ken Masters right here. This desk is a complete disaster. But yeah, and then over here will be right like I don't even know her name. The girl that's maybe in the background or she's at his like windscreen. I think she might run up and give him a kiss. All right, I'm going back off on this one. I think this area is a little confusing. And that's where like I'm struggling. I'm going back and forth. I should like black some of it out to make some of it look a little bit more clear. Always remember, like drawing is just it's communication. You're tricking the eye, right? Like you're just tricking what the mind knows about things. So you draw things like a certain way. So we got this. We got E Honda. Like E Honda here too. He'll have like the red rising sun like bursts. And I was thinking about for him to have like the bluish background. So we gotta get to Vega. Vega's the big one, and Vega's just it's gonna be all black, and there's gonna be like a big lens flare like right here. So I don't know how far with that we're going to get, but we have black right here. So we're just going to maybe squirt it all in. We'll see. Yeah, the TV show. There's back and forth with the time frame of the TV show, right? Some people think it's going to take place right after Covenant, and like the whole incident is that ship is David's ship post Covenant. So we'll see. I don't know. I think it's going to be awesome because like and when I first saw the title, I kind of thought it would be like potentially Alien Earth War, which we've done on the channel, and I've been kind of reading that because like that's like 3 parts, but I've been reading Earth War to do that on the channel because I was so blown away when I read that same Keith miniseries that the aliens had taken over Earth. It's such a wild concept. And to have that as a direct like sequel at the time, too, like an in-canon direct sequel, to me, it's just wild stuff. And this is kind of cool because these acrylics are so cheap, but they're allowing me to kind of have those cool streaky lines. And always as a reminder, keep in mind we're using dollar store Five Below equipment here, including the brush. So yeah, dude. We like. Let's just set that up. What's just so I know, I can visualize and I can look it up. But what time is it over there? I know you're in Texas. Right here, it's just at 9 o'clock. Oh, it's 8 p.m. Okay, so you're like an hour behind. I thought it was a little bit more. You're only an hour behind, huh? All right. That would make coordination easy. Yeah, as long as you're like a little bit patient with me, dude, we will make it happen. Well, if you want to work on, I know you follow, some of my stuff. So, like, like you might be aware of some of the themes I'm working on at the time. So, if there's anything like that you feel like drawing, or, we can just have like a loose idea, or we can chase, meaning like if something's like Alien Romulus coming out, we can sit down and draw aliens. I don't know. I like having a little bit of an idea before I sit down, though. I was catching up on Fatal J's Dark Council earlier, trying to keep track of his stuff. Yeah, I know. No, you're right. We probably were dorks. Good post for Ken. Thank you, thank you. Who we got here? Yo, Anime. Haven't seen her for a little bit. What's going on, Anime? I guess this is anime. Does Street Fighter count as anime? Right. I guess like technically, right? Since the first media interpretations were both anime and manga for Street Fighter. All right, I think we're getting some progress. Yeah, the engineers is so freaking, and there's so much like just on YouTube alone. Like you could like you literally can just watch engineer videos all night. And it's like you won't get the same video twice because everyone like they leave things out. They like some people are more thorough. Some people have just different opinions, or they use like different bits of different facts. It's there, dude. Like I really think that the whole engineer thing was a long term play by Scott. And Ridley Scott kind of understood that more people will be interested in the engineers because like they're able to have a story. And like you can't have the aliens have a story because they're creatures almost, right? So I don't know. I think that was a big bet that paid off. And you see it in the new movie. You see it in Romulus. So says the film buff. The film buff has spoken. Anime, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, Fatal J. Yeah, Fatal J. His channel. He does the Dark Council. And they kind of just go through topics and news and just stuff of the day, I'll say. Yeah, Drawing Vega. We're Drawing Vega. The style is anime. Yes. Here, we'll keep this one up for a little bit. Drawing Vega. I think Amazon Prime has that first Street Fighter movie, and where Chun Li fights Vega basically like out of a shower. Right, she takes a shower and Vega tries to kill her, and that's kind of where like that's always the problem with Street Fighter, right? Like it's like you make the characters fight, but they have to fight in a tournament setting. And if it's not a tournament setting, it's like what is it really? Like it kind of becomes something different, something else. And I think that's always the struggle for the Street Fighter like franchise. But then it's the same, it's not the same for Mortal Kombat because Mortal Kombat it's all pretty linear. And that's like I love that new movie because again, like the balls of not having the tournament in that movie and just kind of betting that it was going to be popular enough to like basically do the tournament in a sequel. Really, just visionary, strong moves, strong stuff. Let's see here. I think we're going to exhaust this black. We'll see what we can get out of it. Let me check here to see if we have bleeding. No bleeding. How cool is that? We'll still put our buffer down now. It's almost like no one showed up to watch me paint all black. You always have a quicker time frame in your mind, though. It's like you say to yourself, "Oh, that's going to take time, no big deal." And then next thing you know, it's like, "Oh, that took a lot of time." Yeah, King of Fighters. Yeah, it's has there been any King of Fighter characters officially in a Street Fighter game? Because I know, right, like Alpha has the Final Fight guys, but that's all Capcom, right? Is King of Fighters Capcom? I'm not even. I might need a little bit, a couple of reminders, a little bit of extra education. All right, now I thought I had a black tube somewhere. Maybe I don't. Oh yeah, maybe I thought I did. That's worrisome. I might be out of. If I'm out of black, I'm gonna be so pissed. Let's see here. Let's see here. If I find black, it's going to be luck. Now I can mix black, right? Yeah, I don't know if I. Oh, what a ball buster, everyone. How amazing is that? I just think black ink too would just add a different texture, like the wrong texture. Let me just check down here. Let's see. Yeah, that is wild. I knew it. Like, you know, I don't know if you guys like. As soon as I had the thought, I knew I was screwed. Maybe we can get some progress though. See, as soon as you add aqua though, that the page is just going to want to warp. So I was trying to kind of avoid that just a little bit. And you can always predict the colors you will run out of. You can always predict the colors. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. We are adding a little bit of aqua. Like I said, though, I want to work since a lot of times with these sketchbooks, if you're doing like the front and back of every page, you it's like you have to be a little bit careful with how you compromise the page because like you won't be able to work on it, and you can kind of get away with that if you work in sequence, but we're not working in sequence on this one also. So sometimes, like, I don't know what's before or after. I might just have a quick character sketch, as you saw. But I do like the unevenness of this. I think this is just kind of cool looking. So that's as far as we can go with that. Unless you know what, I'm not using my brain here. All right, we can cut this. And here we go. I forget the artist's name, but he did a lot of the posters for James Bond, and he would do like washes like this. That he would just have this like very liquid, loose, like skin tone, and just like blocks of color. And I should have his name like offhand, but I don't. So let's see here. We're just going to try and get into some of the nice detail here. I always forget too. He has like a purple swirl, right? Because he's got that snake tattoo. I just want to touch up a couple of areas. All right. Are the mascots around? Yeah, yeah. 1 second. Right here, right here. We got our boy Pike and our boy Crypt. I was thinking about hopefully like by the time the year's out to do a pin-up page of the two of them, just as like a team up. Maybe we can call them like Crypt Pike or or like combine the two words. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Rothko. Man, yeah, not Rothko. I know it's not Rothko. Yes, Pike and Crypt. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we could do. Oh, that's a solid idea there, bud. So there's stuff in here that I really like. I said I love the streakiness of this, and the cheaper, right? The cheaper acrylics they dry so freaking quick, which is amazing. So we got that. Yeah, we gotta figure out fate. So like this is why you want to work in order, because the back page, right? Like this is the back page here. That's like now the facing page for Fei Long, which is like the important the impact one. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to draw it, wrinkly. So let me see though. Like I wanted to get some of his. Yeah, he has like, see, like right there. Like I did want to do some purple, like right here for his, but do it like subtle. Now for the cheapie markers, where's our lavender right here? Like this one's perfect, and the cap matches, which is nice. Such a wild looking, cool character, though. Like, it's hard to deny how crazy cool that this guy is. Like, maybe if I had a Vega figure, maybe we would put Vega on the table. Now that I'm thinking about it. I can do some things with this as it's drying. But he is such a cool looking dude. Like, it's hard to just take that away from him. I think this is the one I was looking for earlier. Yeah, maybe not. I'm not liking any of these right now. I don't know. I thought I had a good one earlier. Now this is PM12. I'm looking at some of these. Let's see. 39. Maybe we'll try 39. What's this one? This is 9.5. You try and pick your spots because you want everything to be a little bit wet still. And then it'll be like, because of the because of the alcohol, right? Like there'll be a natural like blending. But you kind of want it to be a little bit loose. I still need like a dominant skin tone. And I'm not seeing it here. Just like almost like just like a highlight. This one just smears everything well though. I know some of that is tough to see. Where were we? I think I need to weigh this down just a little bit, and it needs to fully dry before I work on the lens flare. But I mean, it's there. This is what I had in mind, like 1,000%. So that's good. Like that's a little bit. That's not going to keep me up at night. Oh, nice, awesome. Yeah, I hope he. Yeah, if he wants to, like, I think he mentioned he might use that for the campaign, the Devil Flyer, which is cool. Like, like I don't mail out. Like, I really don't do. Like, and this is kind of like a internal policy that's already years old, but I really don't do original artwork. I don't sell it. I don't deal with it. Which I'm sure confounds a lot of people. But no, I just don't deal with original artwork. I just don't do, because you know why? When you do the, hey, I'm accepting the, like a commission, and like, let me make myself available. There's no one that does that doesn't come off as absolutely desperate. And number two is, you get the weirdos. You get people kind of coming at you with weird requests, and then these people also are like kind of like your audience, right? It's just, and then it's just like weird. You're like, oh my god, like you're making this request. You are a weirdo, and I don't know. Like, it just never came down to it. Like, I know some people need it, but yeah, I was never in that position. So, yeah. So Rex kind of, I know he sent me some money. He sent me money for it, not some, but even with that caveat, yeah, I don't send so. I'm more likely to send things out just as a surprise. So he has something, All right, I think. Uh, yeah, I don't have a blow dryer. Isn't that crazy? I don't even know what type, like what to kind of even look for to get one. I mean, I can order it on Amazon. Probably have it here tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that. But let me get going. It's only 9:30, which is good because I still need to work out. So let's do that, and then I got work to do tonight too. It's a busy night. Just be on the lookout. I might be back. I might not. We'll see. We'll see.